A new experiment in GTA 5. In today's experiment, we're going to test how far a variety of cars can drive over these speed bumps because the distance between them will increase each time and only the biggest and most capable vehicles will be able to reach the finish line. Watch the video till the end, leave a like, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss new experiments.
Hi guys! As always, your favorite little penguin Koki is here with you,
where we'll see exactly how far these cars can actually make it over the speed bumps. And you already know that the distance between them gets bigger and bigger each time. That's exactly why today we have prepared the coolest collection of powerful cars that should be able to handle this incredibly tough challenge. We've got supercars, fast cars with turbo boosters, giant monster trucks, and Bigfoots. So make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel with the bell on. And most importantly, watch the video till the end and write in the comments which car you think will make it all the way to the finish. Well, I suggest we don't waste any time and get started right away with our bike from the future. By the way, it's actually pretty fun to take on this challenge with bikes because first of all, they can do wheelies. Look, just like this, bam, perfect. And secondly, they can glide. I don't know if that's going to help us today or not, but we'll definitely test it out. Okay, let's go. Full speed ahead, and most importantly, right now, scroll down under this video and smash that like button because the more likes, if everyone right now scrolls down and hits like, then I'll definitely be able to beat this challenge. By the way, look, I'm making it through and this is the 4th level and the distance here is just laughable for our bike. We're getting through absolutely perfectly. Here's the 5th level already. We just fell. See, from below you can clearly see the distance for each one, but unfortunately we can't get past the 5th level. Okay, let's keep going. This bike looks way more interesting because instead of 2 regular wheels, we've got 4 of them. And that can only mean one thing. We'll be able to lift the front wheel even higher. Check this out. Wow, that's almost 3 meters. Wow, look, we can actually ride just like this. I think that's a perfect run. Just like that. Yeah, the main thing is to pick up speed. So, look, first level. Here, the distance is basically 0. Meaning there's not even a millimeter, and really any car can get through this easily, no problem at all. The second level is already a bit more difficult. See, the gap gets a little bigger, but it's still not scary at all, it's just funny. For our bike, we managed to pass it through perfectly. 4th level. Here, of course, it's becoming problematic because the gap is about the exact size of our bike's wheel, but we still managed to make it through. Okay, level 5. Here I suggest we pick up more speed because the previous bike had some issues. And now, we're just gonna go for it and jump all the way to the finish. Let's go! This actually looks really cool. But even this bike can't handle the 6th level. Seriously. I mean, the gap there is longer than this bike. And it's, well, about 2 meters long, I think. Or maybe even 3. That's really tough, of course. Oh, by the way, there's our previous bike. Let's go test the next cars. Well, it's time to move on to the supercars. And honestly, I don't know if they'll be able to make it all the way to the finish because, first of all, they're fast, yeah, which definitely has its advantages. But on the other hand, they're really low. Look, the clearance there is just a few millimeters. We're going to scrape against the speed bumps right away. That's really unfortunate, of course. I think only real monster trucks will make it to the finish line. These ones, the very last ones. I'm placing my bet, my vote, and I say that all these monster trucks will make it to the finish today. And you, write in the comments which car you think will make it to the finish today. By the way, we also have jet cars. That's right, maybe even the jet cars will make it. Then I have a suggestion, you know what? You and I go for maximum acceleration. Let's see what the car is capable of. So we won't even brake. Let's go. Alright, level 6 is coming up soon. 5th, 6th. No, we just fell through. Yeah, on this level it's just impossible. This is the 5th level. On the 5th level, the distance between the speed bumps is longer than this Lambo. Can you imagine? And that bike over there, and somewhere over there is another bike. So all of them fall at the 5th level and don't even make it to the 6th. That's unfortunate. Meanwhile, we still have 2 supercars left. And one of them is a Bugatti. I think it should definitely handle this experiment. But first, some kind of hypercar from the future. Honestly, I don't even know what brand this car is, but it looks pretty cool. I suggest we stick to the same tactic. Get up to maximum speed and don't brake at all. Just look at how smoothly it's going. Oh! Wow, come on, fly higher! Oh no, please, let's just try to make it to the 10th level. That was finally the 10th level. The very last one and... we almost made it. That was really close, but for now, this is the current record holder. No other car has made it to level 10 yet. So what we really need is a very fast car, and secondly, one with a much higher suspension. Let's go test it out. Before we move on to the coolest cars with high suspension, I suggest we first test out a real Bugatti. It really looks awesome, and most importantly, it should be very fast. Unfortunately, there are no superpowers, except for the fact that this car just looks perfect. I'd love to have one like this myself. In real life, 100% like if you feel the same. Because I think, well, absolutely everyone wants a car like this. This is honestly just insane. Okay, same tactic. Full acceleration in supercars, I don't know. There's no other tactic. There's no point in going slow at all. No point. Oh, come on, perfect. No way, are you serious? That was really close. We've got 2 speed bumps left. We almost jumped over it. But unfortunately, not today. But so far, this is the car that's gotten closest to the finish line. We literally had just 2 speed bumps left to go, and then we just sank. Well, now it's finally time to move on to the tallest cars. Well, not the tallest ones quite yet, but the larger SUVs. These SUVs really should handle this challenge much better than the others. Let's even do an experiment. Right now, we'll try to take on this exciting challenge with this capable and sporty SUV. Slowly, very slowly. I mean, we're going at like a maximum of 100 kilometers per hour. The first level is super easy and the second is a total piece of cake. I think so. Oh, honestly, my head is spinning just from looking at it like this. Okay, fine. This is level 5. Let's go. Let's try level 6. Perfect. Just look at how the suspension works. It is really just perfect. But at level 8, of course, we start having some problems. Okay, the car. At minimum speed, it gets through almost 9 levels. Now, I'm really curious to test what happens if we accelerate in this same car and reach maximum speed. Whoa! And here I am already, in the same car, full acceleration, and let's go. I think we have every chance to reach the finish line. Let's go check it out right now. But I really think we should definitely make it much farther this time. Come on, do a flip. Perfect. All the way to the finish line. Come on, just a little bit more. No, come on, wow. Guys, you definitely have to leave a like for an incredible stunt like that. That was seriously intense. We were literally only about a millimeter away, up or down. And that would have been it. We could have just flown off downwards. But this is the first car that managed to pass this challenge. And we've concluded that, at the very least, the car needs to be off-road and fast. And most importantly, it has to bounce off correctly. So we go at full speed and bounce perfectly right to the finish line. That is why we are going to test these next cars. But before we finally move on to the biggest monster trucks, we have 2 incredible jet-powered cars, and I suggest we start with the Lego Bugatti. Dai! We have already seen a regular Bugatti, but this one is far from ordinary. It has actually got a turbo booster. And by the way, it can also jump. Now, that is something I really like. I mean, look at it. I think I might even be able to complete this challenge without touching the speed bumps. Let us check it out. So right now, I'm going to accelerate as much as possible. I jump, activate the boost, and together we're going to try to fly straight to the finish line. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Let's go. Jump, boost, and we're heading straight for the finish line. Come on, come on, come on. I'm flying perfectly so far. Look, ho, 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 seriously. I think I'm even overshooting it. Well, yeah, it was that simple. All you need is turbo boost. Haha, okay, let's try attempt number 2. That first try was actually really intense, but now we're going to pick up maximum speed possible and try to successfully complete this challenge without using any cheating superpowers at all. Yeah, even like this, our car handles it perfectly and doesn't even overshoot. It lands right at the finish line. Perfect. Well, now I'm curious. Can we do it in the opposite direction? Well, there's no way to make it through here 100% because you need at least 3 or 4 of these cars to reach the next speed bump. So we're gonna pick up maximum speed and try to pull off the same trick. There we go. It worked one way, now I'm curious if it'll work in the other direction. Let's go. Although really, it shouldn't be any harder. It's exactly the same. Just acceleration, speeding up, and a perfect landing. 3, 2, 1, bye-bye. Oops. Well, almost a perfect landing. That was really, really rough. This is honestly probably the most overpowered car to date. It went perfectly both ways, forward and back. And as a rule, we just need to get straight back to the finish line. It's not for nothing that we went back to the start. I wonder, can we give this car 2 points for making it there and back? Even 3 points because we completed this challenge 3 times. Perfect, just perfect. If only all the cars had such overpowered super abilities, it would be just perfect. And of course, let's not forget about the Batmobile. Unfortunately, it cannot jump, but it certainly does have turbo boost. And after all, it's Batman's car. Excuse me. Batman's car is no joke. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Boost. And off we go. The only problem is that this car is really heavy. Honestly, I don't know if we'll make it or not. We did it. Perfect. Whoa. We even pulled off a trick like that. Just perfect. So 3 cars at the finish line. Alright, look, I'm going to try a new tactic, of course. Watch this. Let me show you how to go straight to the finish line. Boost, and off we go. That's how you need to get to the finish. It's actually pretty impressive, and if we manage to land perfectly and make it all the way back to the start, that would be absolutely hilarious. Come on, here we go. Look, I'm showing the tactic perfectly. Boost, and we're basically back at the start. This is really awesome. These are the kind of cars we need. 100%. React active Batmobiles. This is just something else. So guys, we already have 3 cars at the finish line. Well, right now we are heading off to test out these next incredible monster trucks. Alright, and here are the guests of the show. Real, genuine monster trucks. As you can see, this is seriously intense. I mean, this is a real, fully functional, high-end golf cart. Here's a standard golf cart. But just take a look at those massive wheels. What is that? If something like this drives across a golf course, it's a real monster truck, no doubt about it. Okay, as we know, we need to pick up maximum speed to increase our chances of making it through. So what do? We accelerate right now as much as possible and hit 200 kilometers per hour. Look, it is passing through perfectly. Well, almost perfectly. We just didn't have enough speed. We reached the 10th level, nearly there, we almost made it. But apparently this car simply doesn't have enough speed. It really is. It is absolutely huge and the suspension is set really high, but it is not actually very fast at all. But I am sure we still have some very fast off-roaders in the collection. As for this specific one, I am not so sure. It looks really cool, guys. This massive monster truck off-roader definitely deserves your like because it just looks completely unreal. So incredibly cool, and it is all pink just like a real poodle. Okay, let us go for the maximum acceleration now. Again, we do not want to waste any time at all and we'll accelerate to the absolute max. I hope we can do it. Come on, just a little more to the 9th? Well, no. Yeah, monster trucks without superpowers aren't as cool as I thought. We make it to the 9th level and then fall straight down to the sharks. I hope they don't eat this poodle. I actually really liked it. The coolest monster truck today. The most stylish one? I think we're seriously lacking in... When it comes to pure speed, I suggest we select and choose the absolute fastest car from the entire collection. That's Lightning McQueen. I think absolutely everyone would agree that Lightning McQueen is the fastest here. Compared to the Barbie car, compared to the G-Wagon. Well, okay, with the G-Wagon, I might still argue about that. Let's see which turns out to be cooler, McQueen or the G-Wagon monster truck. Alright, Lightning McQueen, let's get going. First gear, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th gear. Come on, Lightning McQueen, you can do it. Just fly. Just like you do in the cartoon. Come on, let's see some parkour. Parkour, ha ha ha. Seriously, look at that. He jumps absolutely perfectly right there, but then over here, he doesn't quite make it. Ha ha ha. It would be so incredibly cool if we could just jump across all of these speed bumps like they were stepping stones and make it all the way to the finish line. But unfortunately, that kind of thing only happens in the cartoons. And here, it's not a cartoon. It's a real experiment. So Lightning McQueen ended up right at the bottom of the ocean. And meanwhile, there are fewer and fewer cars left. There are only 4 monster trucks remaining in the competition. And our chances of making it all the way to the finish line are becoming increasingly slim. Although I would argue with that, look how perfectly the suspension works on this monster truck. Now that's really cool. It's like a bouncy ball. Watch this. That's actually pretty fun. Okay. Full acceleration. By the way, it also looks incredibly and impressively fast. So let's try to combine these incredible superpowers with that amazing speed. Come on, perfect. No, easy, 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 easy. Come on, make it. 2 purple cars. What made it? Was that millimeter to millimeter? What is that? Coincidence? But at the very least, it's an unbelievably crazy coincidence because that was extremely close. Ici. Look, the tire tracks just flew by millimeter to millimeter. Any closer and they would have just slipped down like a fish. Alright, we already have 4 cars right there at the finish line, and now we're off to test the next set of monster trucks. Besides, we don't have that many left. The genuine Barbie-mobile, it is a pink Barbie monster truck. It looks super cool. And just in case... What? Wait, stop! Stop, stop, stop! No, hold on a second. We're not going yet. What kind of exhaust pipes are those? How many are there? 1,000 horsepower? What is that? Okay. With exhaust pipes like that, this car is 100% guaranteed to make it to the finish line. At the very least. Unfortunately, it doesn't have any superpowers. I mean, it doesn't jump. It doesn't fly. We don't have any more superpowers, but it's really fast. Let's go. I hope this speed will be enough for us. Come on, make it. Didn't make it. Yeah, after all, super jumps and all sorts of superpowers like turbo boost and flight mode make a huge difference. But if it's just a regular monster truck, even a pretty powerful one, unfortunately, to the finish line it won't make it. Now we only have 2 cars left to look at just to see which one of them is actually the cooler ride. Is it the G-Wagon Brabus monster truck or the Lightning McQueen monster truck? Whoa, just look at how incredibly fast it is. Whoa, that is really, really cool. And it jumps too, guys. If a car has these bright red shock absorbers, it means only one thing. This specific car probably jumps quite a bit more than usual. So that means the Formula car probably jumps too. Perfect. Okay, maximum acceleration. Cheat, 400 kilometers per hour. Guys, this is the fastest car today. And what kind of tricks are these? We didn't even need the super jump. The only thing was to flip right at the finish line. Seriously, did you see that? It didn't even feel those speed bumps at all. And what if we try to accelerate and just drive back the other way using the super jump? Will it work or not? Let's go. Let's use the jump. Come on, that's it. Don't jump anymore. Come on up. Well, this G-Wagon does flips just incredibly. Well, it almost worked. Yeah, the trick didn't quite work out. But it's okay. At the very least, this car makes it to the finish and is 100% the winner. And finally, Formula 1 for today. Yeah, and not just any, but Formula 1. A monster truck with super giant wheels. Yeah, look, one wheel is bigger than me. And most importantly, yes, it can actually jump. With these absolutely extraordinary superpowers, let's finally get moving right now. First, we pick up a little speed because we have 6 wheels. I think we'll get through this easily. By the way, this is the only car today with 6 wheels. Okay, full acceleration. It's heavy. I forgot, guys. It's really heavy. All right, let's go. Whoa, now that is exactly what I would call an absolutely perfect run. Honestly, that was the most perfect run of the entire day. We just bounced right off that surface because we have some really excellent shock absorbers. That was really intense. And if you wrote in the comments the name of any car that made it to the finish, you're awesome. You'll get a heart from me in the comments. And most importantly, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss new cool experiments just like this one. And of course, let me know in the comments which cars I should use in the next episode. And as always, it was me, your favorite penguin, and we'll see each other again. Bye-bye!